to get her team to within 3. We're going to take a quick break here as the two coaches talk to their teams. It's 26-23 West Georgia. And we'd like to thank you for watching us live here on Penn Atlantic. We'll be back shortly with the conclusion of game number 2. My ears are going flat, I think.
Yeah. I think this group of girls right here, I should go thank them for splitting up that student section. Just 2 years ago, they didn't sit down. They didn't sit down the whole match. Of course, we were never close to it.
We welcome you back to Harding University. Rhodes Fieldhouse here, Searcy, Arkansas. We're in game 2 of the final match of the opening round of the GSC tournament. Harding leads 1-0, but they are trailing here in game number 2, 26-23. They have closed the gap, though, with 3 straight points as Nasheva toes the line to serve again. Big time serve. This time Spencer handles it. They set outside to Martins, and a big block, a combo block there. That's Caitlin Parks and Becky Townsend combining for the block, picking up another point, and Harding has now crept to within 2 as a lot of the Lady Bison faithful have hit their feet. Nasheva back to serve. This time again, struggle. They get it across barely. Great job there. Harding goes on the attack. Another dump by Parks, this time picked up by Spencer. Quick spec over by Parker is handled. That's a lift. That's definitely a lift.
That was a huge break. Huge break for the Wolves right there, Eric.
They're getting excited up here. Wolves fans. 3 points away from tying this up at 1. Martins back to serve. Harding looks to climb back into this match again. They've got the home crowd on their side. They're hosting this event. They were the West Division champion. Didn't handle the serve too well. Caitlin Parks in the middle. Great job. You know, that's tough as the Harding faithful erupts. She hit that ball and had a little bit of top spin.
We talked about during the break how the Bison faithful 2 years ago here, they didn't sit down for when we played. And as soon as we came out of the break, up they came.
That ought to keep them quiet for just a little bit as Caroline Schoenig answers back as she pushes the lead 27-25. They're up by 2. Again, 3 points away. Actually 28-25, check that. 2 points away from winning game 2, tying this match up at 1. Wolves getting ready to serve across. Kind of a mini jump serve there. Handled by Rosenbaum. Tepe sets the outside. Sets Rummer, who can't put it down. Tip over, and West Georgia has the free ball to put this away. Schoenig, big dig, wow. Rosenbaum did all she could, defended herself more than anything. That ball was hit with some great velocity. Schoenig picks up the kill, and it's 29-25. So West Georgia is 1 point away from tying this match up here, having it all even at 1. West Georgia on the serve. Oh, but they give a point right back. You're not as upset about that service error here because Harding now does have to serve to you. So you got a chance offensively if you're the Wolves to end this right here. Spencer to Parker, bad set. Schoenig was forced to try to hit it with her offhand. It goes across. Harding has a chance to put this away. Shelly Rummer, was that in? Out? What's the call? They're going to call it in. I thought from my vantage point up here that was a good call. It looked in. Shelly Rummer puts it down. They've closed to within 2. Can Harding make the comeback? Martins in the middle, sets over. Parker, they're going to Schoenig on the outside, and she puts it down. Great job there by the senior from Berlin, Germany. Taking West Georgia on her back to those last few points, really elevating her team to the win. And just like that, we're going to game number 3, tied at 1. West Georgia does a wonderful job of responding after Harding picked up the first game. So we're now tied at 1. West Georgia, the East Division 4 seed, taking on the GSC Western Division champion and host Harding. We've got about 2 or 3 minutes here before the start of game number 3. We're going to take a quick break. We're happy you joined us for the GSC Volleyball Tournament live on Penn Atlantic. Again, I'm Eric San-Inocencio, the GSC Volleyball contact, joined by Stuart Houghton. West Georgia SID, I'd like to thank him for his time up here.
Really enjoyed it. Hopefully, maybe be on here tomorrow.
We'll see. We're always welcome. We'll see what happens.
Cross our fingers. Very apprehensive that last game to say that we've only been shut out 1 time. I didn't want to jinx us. I'm very superstitious, so now I get to say that we aren't going to be shut out. But hopefully the Wolves can take this momentum and build on it. So this is the first, I believe I'm right in saying this is the first match today that will go at least 4 games.
Yeah, we've had sweeps all the way through, so West Georgia at least giving the home fans their money's worth. But again, we're going to take a break. We're about a minute and a half from the start of Game 3. And we'd like to thank you for joining us. Penn Atlantic, the 2007 GSC Volleyball Tournament. Welcome back to the GSC Volleyball Tournament, and yes, you can stand under my umbrella. Ella, hey. Those of you who have been at the Rhodes Fieldhouse all day like I have, you've heard this song about 27 times, so it's starting to stick in a little bit. It's Harding University and West Georgia are tied at 1. The final match of the opening round. We're about to be joined by OBU head coach Danny Prescott. Danny, thank you for joining us. Welcome up to our little suite up here, our little piece of heaven up in Rhodes Fieldhouse.
Thank you.
We're in the midst of a great 1-1 match here. West Georgia responding after losing the opening game to Harding. I was talking to West Georgia SID Stuart Houghton about that, how it was important that West Georgia stayed in the match early, didn't fall behind too quickly with these fans and everything in Harding's favor.
There's no doubt, and they've done a great job of fighting back. Could have been a heartbreaker losing game 1 the way they did. And they come back and they come out strong and take a big lead, and then they held on to it. And they had a chance to kind of fold again and didn't.
Yeah,
so.
And you know more than anyone how difficult it is to win here at Rhodes Fieldhouse when essentially you're the road team. They have a great support here. The faithful really get behind the Lady Bisons. West Georgia is able to put that aside.
And it is a great gym to play in, though. That's the unfortunate part about it for us. We come here and we can play our best, and it's not good enough here. And West Georgia's kind of taking it to the next level. This will be an interesting game to see how this one turns out.
West Georgia serving to Harding. They're out of system, can't get anything going offensively. So West Georgia will go on the offensive. Martins finds a quick spot there, hits through the block. And to the hardwood for a point there as West Georgia takes a quick 1-0 lead. West Georgia has gotten out to the lead in every game. That's good to know if you're head coach Carla Silvieri. Your team has come prepared to play. Service errors have been a problem so far for the Wolves in the early going, and it rears its ugly head one more time, giving Harding a point there and knotting this up at 1. We have a Harding substitution as Emily Tate comes in to serve. She takes a deep approach, quite a few steps behind the service line, prepares for the jump serve, sends it across. Schoeneck up front to Parker. They'll hit it to McDonald on the slide, who finds a spot open. Jordan McDonald's really been outstanding. It's very rare you see a freshman come in and have such a solid impact in a big tournament match like this, but she's really done a great job.
Especially to start this one out because, like you said, it's a tough place to play, and she's playing like it's our gym.
It's amazing. You got to love the poise of the freshman McDonald. Martins gets a piece of the net on the serve. Harding goes right back to Manuela Nasheva. Close play, but they get the call there. That's in. Nasheva's had kind of an up-and-down game. At times she's been dominant, closing out the first game with 2 service aces and a kill to will her team to victory, but she's also struggled in her serve receive. It's nice to see her get on the board for Harding fans here in the third game. Looks like McDonald went a little wide there, got a bit of that, too much of that one, a little excited. Attack error there as Harding reclaims the lead at 3-2. It's tied 1-1 here in the match. West Georgia looking to take the lead here for the first time. They're saying got a piece of the block. Nope, it's an attack error. Carolyn Schoeneck.
Tough angle up here to tell whether that's in or out. Line judge calls it in at first.
It really is. They've got a much better view than we do. We'll take his word for it.
Yes.
Martins over to Parker and back to Schoeneck, and there's no doubt that one was in. That's a kill for the senior from Berlin, Germany. She's really put the team on her back. She's got quite a few kills today, if I'm not mistaken.
Double digit already through 2 games.
That's 13. It's a little over 6. That's